After studying this module, one shall be able to know values, learn importance of values, identify terminal and instrumental values, analyze the dominant values in today's workforce, learn how values influence behavior. With the increased globalization of economy, people attach more and more importance to the values in the workplace through different areas. Within this context, organizations have started to realize, even on a greater scale, how important is to have the right people on the right places. Not even the best equipment is a guarantee for success if organizations do not have the right people to do the job. Every human has its own values that, combined with other people's values, create organizational values. Values are so embedded that they can be inferred from people's behavior and attitude. Values represent basic convention that a specific mode of conduct or end state of existence is personally or socially preferable to an opposite or converse mode of conduct or end state of existence. Value has a broad tendency to prefer certain states of affairs over others. Values contain a moral flavor and thus carry an individual's ideas as to what consider good or bad. They are motivational and very general. Values can be taken as representing frameworks for the way of doing the things. Values are qualities that define people, organizations, and products, services at their most basic level. Organization leaders must take responsibility for the values the organization and their products or services and employees demonstrate. Taking responsibility for planning their values allows organizations to plan their corporate culture and reputation with confidence. Importance of values. Values play an important role in everyone's life, and it is very important in the study of science of human behavior. Value will dictate attitude and human behavior in the organization. It is important to recognize, understand, and articulate one's own value system for sound decision making. Additionally, the ability to identify an employer's corporate values will assist in determining an employee's job performance and commitment. Consequently, when an individual discovers genuine and meaningful alignment between his or her own personal values with those of his or her employer, a powerful connection is created. This connection creates numerous possibilities for both individual growth and company productivity in many ways. Values generally influence attitudes and behavior. An employee, when enters into an organization with the view that basis of promotion is work experience and performance is correct, whereas promotion on the basis of seniority is wrong, how he is going to react if he finds that organization considers seniority as a basis of promotion. This will lead to job dissatisfaction and hamper organizational performance. Thus, one's attitude and behavior would be different if his values don't align with the organizational policies. Several authors have discussed this phenomenon. Burkhout and Rowlands 2007 have made research on personal and organizational values among employees of organizations that specialize in alternative energy sources, solar electricity, wind electricity, smaller hydroelectrical plants, etc. They have determined that those organizations that focus their selection procedure on matching personal values with organizational values tend to be significantly more successful in their work because of the fact that employees have a higher level of job satisfaction. Some later studies in the similar conducted by Kay and Jordan Evans 2009 have even determined that some individuals even perceive the importance of a good match between organizational and personal values to be more important than the income they get. This clearly shows that people have started to value more how they feel in the organization than how much they get paid for the work they do. That is why people today are increasingly aware of the organizational values and look for them, frequently choosing one organizational over another because of their values. Sources of values. A person's value system develops in the cultural setting in which he lives. Thus, national culture, parents, friends, teachers, media, and other external reference groups influence individuals' values. In every culture, there are certain values developed over time and are continuously reinforced. For example, in India, peace, cooperation, equity, respect, democracy, etc. are considered desirable. These values are not fixed, but when they change, they do so very slowly. In initial years, childhood, one inculcates values from their parents. Many of early ideas of what is right and wrong probably formulated from the values expressed by one's parents. As one grows up and exposed to other value systems like peer groups in school, social clubs, different groups at workplace, his value system alters. Experience of a person with different aspects of the society will promote and strengthen particular values. Religious places, community centers, social clubs, libraries, sports clubs, institutions that person shares and recognizes as promoting the common good may increase the importance of equality, social justice, or friendship. Competitive work environment promotes extrinsic and security motivational values. The position of a person in an organization expects him to imbibe certain positional values. One should have dual roles to play, that is, an individual and as an officer. People change their value system to align with that of the others, but basic values are relatively stable and enduring. Types of values. Allport and Associates described 6 types of values. These are discussed briefly as follows. Theoretical values. Discovery of truth through rational and systematic thinking. If all the employees consider truth in true sense, there won't be any need to supervise them in the organization. Number 2, economic value. It emphasizes usefulness and practicability, including the accumulation of wealth. It also includes deriving the value of individuals from their contribution to the organization. Economic value is appreciated from a very broad sense, and it spells apart from economics of the issue. It is the human aspect which makes economic value enlarged. Number 3, aesthetic value. It is beauty from an artistic harmony. We believe that all work must be done in a smooth manner and that there is mutual understanding and sense of participation among all human elements. Aesthetic value is displayed by cordial relations between various levels of organization, effective communication, conflict-free atmosphere, and very congenial work environment. Number 4, social value. It is relating to people and human relationship. Such value is very important in the organization that brings together the employees, which are bound by a sense of participation that leads to high level of motivation and high productivity. Political value. It refers to gaining power and influencing other people in the organization. Right people must be placed at the right positions so that they are able to influence the people. Religious value. It refers to unity and understanding the cosmos as a whole. However, the positive impact on work environment in the organizations cannot be underestimated based on religious value. People place different importance to these 6 values while working in an organization. This is very important to analyze how employees consider these values in their work system to predict their behavior. Rockage Value Survey. Milton Rockage is a pioneer in studying human values. His research is known as Rockage Value Survey, that is RVS. The RVS consists of 2 types of values. Each of these sets contains 18 value items. 2 types of values are terminal values and instrumental values. Terminal values refer to desirable end states of existence. These are the goals that a person would like to achieve during his or her lifetime. For example, comfort, freedom, happiness. These values vary among different groups of people and different cultures. Instrumental values refers to the preferable modes of behavior or means of achieving one's terminal values. The terminal values and instrumental values in Rockage Value Survey RVS are terminal values, that is ends, true friendship, mature love, self-respect, happiness, inner harmony, equality, freedom, pleasure, social recognition, wisdom, salvation, family security, national security, a sense of accomplishment, a word of beauty, a word at peace, a comfortable life. Instrumental values, that is means, cheerfulness, ambition, love, cleanliness, self-control, capability, courage, politeness, honesty, imagination, independence, intellect, broad-mindedness, logic, obedience, helpfulness, responsibility, forgiveness. Several studies confirm that the RVS values vary among groups. People in the same occupations or categories tend to hold similar values. Values across cultures. Values differ across cultures, and understanding of these differences should be helpful in explaining and predicting behavior of employees from different countries. Cross-cultural differences often contribute to failed business negotiations. Managers have to become capable of working with people from different cultures. Sometimes managers who receive foreign assignments terminate them early because they perform poorly or do not adjust to the culture. Different cultures value work differently. Hofstede 1980 studied over 1,16,000 IBM employees in 40 countries about their work-related values. The results show that differences occurred across cultures on 5 basic dimensions of work-related values: power distance, uncertainty avoidance, quantity of life, quality of life, individualism, collectivism, and the long-term, short-term orientation. Hofstede's framework for assessing cultures: 5 value dimensions of national culture. Power distance is the extent to which an unequal distribution of power is acceptable to society members. In small power distance cultures, inequality is minimized, superiors are accessible, and power differences are downplayed. In large power distance societies, inequality is accepted as natural, superiors are inaccessible, and power differences are highlighted. Uncertainty avoidance is the extent to which people prefer structured over unstructured situations. Strong uncertainty avoidance cultures focus on rules and regulations, hard work, conformity, and security. Cultures that score high on uncertain avoidance, people have an increased level of anxiety, which manifests itself in greater nervousness, stress, and aggressiveness. Individualistic cultures stress independence, individual initiative, and privacy. Collective cultures favor interdependence and prefer to perform in group. Another cultural value that differs across cultures is known as long-term, short-term orientation. Cultures with a long-term orientation tend to stress persistence, perseverance, and thrift. Cultures with a short-term orientation emphasizes on past and present and fulfilling social obligation. Quantity of life is a degree to which social values are characterized by assertiveness and materialism. Quality of life emphasizes relationships, sensitivity, and concern for goodness to others. Values influences on behavior. Values can have a positive influence on a person's behavior as he or she tries to evaluate the conduct he or she holds as valuable. If an employee values honesty, hard work, and discipline, then he or she will make an effort to exhibit those traits in the workplace. This makes them an efficient employee and a positive role model in the workplace. An issue can develop, however, when a person realizes that there are others who do not share their values around them. If a person values hard work and they see employees who are goofing off and not being reprimanded, then the employee may resent their behavior. While resentment is an acceptable response, the employee should not attempt to harm the co-worker in any way in order to force his or her value system on them. If management creates a mission statement and has an idea of the kind of values they want their company to project, then they can seek candidates who have similar traits. This will help reduce possible friction in the workplace and help foster a positive work environment. Dr. Robert Rue emphasizes that values are the essence of who we are as human beings. Our values get us out of bed every morning, help us select the work we do, the company we keep, the relationships we build, and ultimately the groups and organizations that we lead. Our values influence every decision and move we make, even to the point of how we choose to make our decisions. Review 2001, page 12. Study conducted by Finnegan showed that personal values influence one's judgment of the morality of some workplace behaviors. People with different value hierarchies perceived the targeted behaviors differently. For example, subjects who valued honesty perceived the behavior more immoral than subjects who did not value honesty. Let us summarize. Values are the ideals of an individual personal importance. However, to be successful in an organization, managers need to learn adopted values, a set of values that are part of the organization's culture. When personal values intended and organizational values adopted are congruent, these become highly pragmatic operative values. Thus, they provide a frame of reference for consistency in making decisions and relationship with others. Organization grows and prospers when operative values are strong.